leaky batteries, rotisserie chicken, and bad diapers? Costco is all about convenience, but some of their Kirkland products don't really live up to their signature name. A splash of balsamic vinegar can top off a perfect caprese salad, add flavor to a veggie bowl, and even enhance fruit dishes. Not to mention, it's also a healthy addition to your favorite meals. Balsamic vinegar has been shown to help lower cholesterol, aid in digestion, improve blood circulation, and boost your skin's appearance. It's also a great diabetic-friendly salad dressing and condiment. Depending on how picky you are about brands, a bottle can pack a punch to your wallet, with some bottles going for as much as $95 for 100 milliliters. Enter Costco's Kirkland Signature Balsamic Vinegar. This popular box store find is just under $20 for a 1-liter bottle. Even if you don't find yourself reaching for a balsamic vinegar frequently, with a shelf life of 3 to 5 years, this is a great investment you should have stocked in your kitchen pantry. Costco shoppers keen to score a deal already know about this unguarded secret. Kirkland's Ultra Clean Premium Laundry Detergent has been tested against major industry leaders like Tide and Persil, proving itself to be an affordable contender. Kirkland's signature Ultra Clean Free and Clear has also earned a very good rating for its ability to eliminate dirt, not to mention it is an excellent and affordable hypoallergenic option. This makes it a great choice for washing baby clothes or for anyone with sensitive skin. Kirkland's laundry detergents are sometimes as little as half the cost of a similar amount by competitors. Few Kirkland products have gained internet fame quite like the rotisserie chicken. Whether you're a Costco member or not, anyone in the loop has heard about the famously inexpensive birds. These whole rotisserie cooked chickens are just $4.99 at all times. No coupons or sales required.
No way! Yes way!
Apart from being a killer deal, the Kirkland Signature Rotisserie Chicken makes for a great weekday meal, snack, or entree. Don't mistake the cheap price to mean it is a cheap meal. The low cost is due to the company's loss leader strategy. Costco chooses to lose money on each rotisserie chicken purchase because it brings in customers who find other things to buy during their visit. Since 2019, Costco has sourced chickens from its own feed mill, hatchery, and plant in Nebraska. There, the company contracts nearby farmers to raise more than 100 million birds, which are necessary to stock the store's shelves with a constant supply. Much like the brand's balsamic vinegar, Kirkland's signature extra virgin olive oil makes it easy to stock up on a pantry staple at a fraction of the price. Coming in at around $18 for a 2-liter bottle, this oil is a fraction of the price competitors are listing. Regardless of cost, there are a few aspects that experts recommend you look for in a bottle of olive oil. First, only buy extra virgin olive oil, which tends to be of higher quality with a more complex flavor. You'll also want to check for a harvest date and used-by date to ensure freshness. Finally, pick a bottle that is opaque or made with dark glass to avoid light from passing through, which can impact the olive oil's flavor and aroma. Looking for a sweet topping for your favorite breakfast foods? Before you reach for a bottle of syrup, ask yourself what it really contains. Unless you've purchased one that's specifically labeled pure maple syrup, it's likely more sugar than natural syrup. But if you have a Costco membership, head to your nearest store for an affordable option that is far better than those packed with high fructose corn syrup. Kirkland Signature's organic maple syrup is 100% Grade A amber and certified organic by the USDA. And at around $15 for a 1-liter bottle, it's a fraction of the price of comparable brands. Not only is this inexpensive syrup great for topping pancakes and waffles, but it can also be used to add natural sweetness to other dishes, like desserts or proteins. Much like gas, real estate, and airline tickets, the price of frozen berries is on the rise. The frozen fruit industry has seen a sharp increase in sales in recent years, topping close to $7 billion in 2021. If you're looking for your fruity fix but feeling the sting of inflation, Costco may have the answer. The Kirkland Signature brand offers a variety of frozen fruit options. One of its most popular options is the 3-berry blend. This 4-pound mixed bag includes strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. Throw them into your favorite smoothie mix, a bowl of yogurt, or eat them on their own for a cool summer treat. Cashews are a quick, mess-free snack that come with tons of health benefits. They're rich in minerals like magnesium and zinc, packed with antioxidants, and can improve blood cholesterol levels and ultimately support healthy heart functioning. Unfortunately, like most nuts, cashews can cost a pretty penny. A 30-ounce tub of Target brand Good & Gather cashews will set you back around $17, while at Whole Foods, a 24-ounce bag of store-brand cashews is about $15. But head to Costco and you'll undoubtedly get more bang for your buck. A 40-ounce container of Kirkland Signature Whole Fancy Cashews are less than $20. You won't run out of ways to savor these salty nuts.
Ha
Okay, real mature. Anyway, you can use them to make your own trail mix, top a smoothie bowl, or nosh on them solo. No matter how you choose to eat cashews, you'll spend less and have more to enjoy when you buy from Costco. Costco's great deals don't end at the door. If your local store features a gas station, you might want to consider filling your tank after you're finished loading up your trunk. These stations offer Kirkland Signature branded gasoline, and in some locations, you can fill up with diesel as well. Not only is Costco's gas often several cents cheaper than other stations in the immediate area, but the fuel also has a top-tier rating. This means that it goes beyond the minimum standards of additives mandated by the US government. Costco is able to slash prices at the pump because you must have a membership to fill up. If you're already paying the annual fee, take advantage of this added perk to save at the pump too. Many Kirkland products are carbon copies of name brand items because they're actually made in the same factories. But this doesn't necessarily mean that the Kirkland version will always be of the same caliber as its competitors. Take Kirkland Signature batteries, for instance. They are actually produced by Duracell.
I didn't know that.
Despite being made by the familiar brand, Kirkland Signature batteries have been plagued with reports of poor performance and even leaks. However, when it comes to the duration of their charge, Kirkland batteries are more or less on par with Duracell, according to a study by Consumer Reports. Costco's own branded batteries were once a popular buy among shoppers. But following a recent price hike, a pack of 48 Kirkland Signature Alkaline AAA Plus batteries costs around $19. By contrast, a pack of 40 Duracell Copper Top Alkaline AAA batteries from Costco goes for about the same price. Given the reports of leakage with the former, it's worth spending the same amount for slightly fewer batteries. Much like batteries, you wouldn't be alone in assuming that Kirkland toilet paper is a budget-friendly buy. Although it has earned average scores for durability and softness, it won't necessarily save you money compared to popular toilet paper brands you can find in every other box store. A 36-roll pack of Kirkland Signature Ultra Soft Bath Tissue will cost you around $32. Scott brand, by comparison, has been named the best budget toilet paper and costs about $27 for the same number of rolls. Plus, Scott advertises that its toilet tissue is lint-free and features 1,000 sheets per roll, compared to the Costco brand, which counts 425 sheets. If you tend to reach for more expensive brands like Charmin or Quilted Northern, you will save some cash by switching to Kirkland. However, other budget brands like Scott will help you save even more and can be found at most supermarkets and box stores. New parents are faced with a seemingly endless number of choices to make for their little ones, including selecting a diaper brand. Will it be disposable or reusable? Organic? A name brand like Huggies and Pampers? Or a more affordable store brand? With families spending around $1,000 in the first year on diapers their babies wear 24/7, it isn't an easy decision to make. Savvy parents looking for a deal on diapers will no doubt notice Kirkland's big box. But while these diapers advertise high performance for their price, they're around 30% less absorbent than popular competitor Huggies. While they are free from fragrances, lotions, and chlorine, some shoppers complain that Costco isn't forthcoming regarding which phthalates are in its diapers. Kirkland diapers are cheaper than some of the big brands at 20 to 30 cents per unit, but they aren't necessarily the best budget option. In comparison, Target's Up & Up brand diapers drop as low as just 13 cents per diaper. Those eager to get their morning caffeine fix without shelling out $5 or more on a daily Starbucks run will no doubt see Costco's Kirkland Signature ground coffee as a great deal. A 3-pound can of 100% Colombian sets you back around $20, and a 2.5-pound bag of Kirkland Signature medium roast coffee is about $15. Meanwhile, a bag of ground coffee from Starbucks, arguably the best store-bought coffee brand you can get, will cost you around $10 for less than a pound. The issue here isn't the cost savings. Instead, it's the flavor of the coffee by the time you reach the end of the bag. Unless you're brewing multiple pots of coffee a day, odds are that your grounds will be less than fresh long before you reach the bottom of the bag. This isn't to say that they'll make you sick, but you'll definitely notice that your coffee tastes a little off.
Is this coffee?
If you're looking to save money, opt for budget-friendly brands like Folgers that offer smaller containers. Often, budget brands use unconventional packaging to help shoppers save money. Take cereal, for instance. While the popular name brands house it in convenient boxes, budget brands opt for bags. Though they might be tougher to use and store, eliminating extra packaging helps to keep costs in check. Kirkland Signature took the same approach with its milk. The square jugs you'll find in the cooler at your local Costco are designed to be easier to pack and ship. But Costco shoppers have a lot to say about the square jugs that are both difficult to pour and easy to spill. While you might save a few bucks on your milk fix, ask yourself whether the savings are worth the waste of milk and time spent cleaning up spills. Some Kirkland signature products are more divisive among shoppers than others. The brand's dishwasher detergent pods are one such item. While some shoppers tout them as a low-cost way to do the dishes, others have major issues with the product. The milder complaints note that the pods don't actually clean the dishes well and leave a funky, fake lemon chemical scent. The worst reviews say that the pods don't dissolve properly and leave a residue, which can damage your dishwasher over time. If you're already using Kirkland Signature dishwasher detergent pods and have also noticed that they aren't dissolving properly, there are a few ways to check whether the pods or your machine are to blame. For example, a blocked dispenser door, low water temperature, or a faulty spray arm could be causing the issue rather than your pods. However, if you rule out any faults with the appliance, it might be time to switch to a more effective product. Similar to the coffee, Costco's flour bags are one pantry staple that you're better off buying in a smaller size. Unless you're a baking aficionado, most of us keep flour tucked away in the pantry and only pull it out to make the occasional baked good. But keep it tucked away too long, and it could actually expire. Flour's shelf life is between 3 and 8 months depending on the type and how it is stored. Unlike coffee, which loses its flavor as it passes its expiration date, letting your flour go bad will lead to a musty smell and a sour taste. If flour isn't stored in an airtight container or happens to be exposed to moisture, it can develop mold, which could be dangerous if consumed. Unless you're a regular baker and fly through small bags of flour, leave that 25-pound bag of flour at the store. Unlike toilet paper, facial tissues are a bathroom staple that tends to vary by less than $1 between popular name brands and budget bargains. A pack of 12 boxes of Kirkland Signature facial tissues is just around $20. Meanwhile, 12 boxes of Kleenex brand tissues are around the $25 mark. Although Costco's store brand tissues are slightly cheaper, you might find yourself disappointed by their quality. A Consumer Reports study of the best tissues on the market ranked Kirkland number 10, with several cheaper brands beating it out for quality and softness. Another drawback of Kirkland's facial tissues is that there's just one option available. Meanwhile, competitors like Puffs and Kleenex have a variety of lotion or aloe-infused tissues that give your nose some relief from the dryness and itchiness that often accompanies a cold.